Chris.
Fabio, is that your best performance of the season?
It's difficult to say. I think we played a really good second half, so not the best first half, but a really good second half. Played intense, created chances. I saw a team that was connected, that had a really good togetherness, that reacted well on setbacks. So we conceded a goal out of nowhere, reacted well. We stick to our principles, and overall, I was very pleased with the intensity, with how we created the chances, how we scored the goals, and therefore I'm proud of the boys.
Thomas Tuchel named a lot of players in his England squad yesterday. One of them wasn't Danny Welbeck. I think he was a bit unlucky.
Yeah, I think it's not on me to judge this decision. The only thing what I can say is that I said afterwards to Danny Welbeck, control the controllables, and that's what he did today on the pitch. He created his own record by scoring, I think now his 12th goal. And beside that, I think the media will go hard on this. But beside that, for me, even more important for a team is how he functions as a connector. He's always there to connect the different ages, to connect the different cultures we have in our team, to be there as a social leader. And I think if you want to achieve something in a World Cup, that's an attitude that definitely helps. And therefore, we keep pushing him, we keep trying to support him, and then hopefully one day get the rewards for all what he's doing on and off the pitch.
A few weeks ago, there was pressure on the job. People were talking about your future, but now you're looking up to the table. I think only 6 points off Liverpool. Does that just show how quickly things can change?
Yeah, I think that's football, and it's also when you stay calm, when you don't overreact, when you can avoid the noise, when you don't get distracted by the noise, when you focus on the things you can control and influence, then these kind of things can happen. So now it's about understanding why we are on this run and why we created this winning culture. And I think then it's very important to stay humble, to keep working hard, to keep doing these things that brought us into this run, and play every game like it's a final, and then we see what happens.
Last one from me. Jan Kuba Minter, a few weeks ago, you talked about how the clubs had to support him, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. And today, got such a big ovation from the crowd. How pleased were you to see his performance? And can you talk a bit about just the work you've had to do with him?
Yeah, I think it's a prime example of when a young player understands what it needs to play for this team, when a young player understands that the standards are high in every training session and that he has to wait for his opportunity. He wasn't playing, he was on the bench, he was frustrated, he had some personal issues, but one thing what he did, he never gave up. He always was there for the team. He pushed hard in every training session. Of course, there was some lows in the training session, but he got more and more an understanding what brings him back into this team. And I think today he gets the rewards for all his hard work in the last weeks, for all the effort he's doing. So I'm very happy for him, and now he has to keep doing these things, keep pushing and try to improve every day.
Do you think Danny could have used his exclusion from the England squad as extra motivation today? He could have been disappointed, but he looked to use it in the right way.
Yeah, sometimes frustration can be turned into fascination, and I think there was a prime example from Danny Welbeck today. I can't exactly say to you what happened in his body, so that's something you need to ask him, but I saw Danny Welbeck that was there for the team. I saw Danny Welbeck with positive energy, with a really good attitude, a really good approach towards this game, and he was there today. He delivered. So sometimes behavior and performance are more valuable than any words.
And with Danny, you had a 35-year-old and a 40-year-old in James Milner both starting today, and yet you outran Liverpool quite considerably as a team. What does that say about the attitude of those players and also as a collective?
That I think it's no coincidence that they have these kind of careers, because they are top professional, they are there for the team, they try to prepare every day the best they can do, and I think they are role models on and off the pitch for the young players. So that's why they're so important for me, because these experienced players, they set the standards, they set like the basic things we want to achieve in every training session, the basic things we want to achieve in the game, and they do the simple things right. They don't do complicated things. They speak on the pitch, they communicate, they support each other. They play simple passes. They show great effort and defensive work, and therefore I can use these players as role models. And I'm really happy to work with them, and also really happy that they still have these kind of standards and these kind of levels in their body to perform and help us winning games.
As Matthew said, that you outran Liverpool. Arne Slot mentioned that you felt that you guys tried to test if they were able to keep up with your intensity. Was that the plan, to see if they could keep up with your intensity today?
I think it was not the plan to test them. The plan was to be more intense than Liverpool, to press them, to keep sticking to our principles. And that's what we try to do from the first second. No matter where we go, no matter to which stadium we go, we want to play our style of play. We want to stick to our principles. And I think there was another example today. We always want to play with intensity because that's our identity. We want to play intense football. We want to play football with courage. And therefore, it was not about testing, it was about doing the things we are convinced of. And one of the things we are convinced of is intensity.
It's almost 6 weeks ago here that some of your own fans were telling you you were getting sacked in the morning. Two things really. How difficult is it to stick to your principles in that situation? And to what extent has the last 6 weeks been another learning?
So first of all, I think the learning process was we didn't play better last week. We just managed the game better. We were able to manage the key moments of the game better. And on the other side, I think it wasn't that difficult because first of all, I'm very convinced of what I'm doing and I'm very convinced of my principles. And second of all, I have a great board behind me. I have a great staff members behind me. I have with the owner, Tony Bloom, with the CEO, Paul Barber, people who supported me through the whole season. I have with Mike and Jason, technical and sporting director, we have a really trustful relationship, and that definitely helps. And then I have a great staff around me, and I have a great team. I have great players with great personalities, and we built it over the last month a really strong relationship, and therefore I can always rely on my players. I can always trust them because I know when it's getting tough, they will be there. And I think that's a great value and that's a great thing to have. And therefore, we have to keep pushing now. We have to keep doing the right things, and then let's see how far we can go.
Fabian, Arne Slot said it must be nice to have a season ticket here at the Amex because the team wants to play, your team wants to play. Which is quite a nice thing to hear from a Liverpool manager, isn't it? And it kind of vindicates you sticking with your idea and your principles and not changing them because results had gone a bit wrong.
Yeah, that's what I meant with saying that I'm very convinced of what we are doing, what are my principles, and therefore in football you always go through lows and through highs. That's normal, but a very important thing, and I have it through my whole life, is sticking to my opinion and sticking to what I'm convinced of. I want to go home, look in the mirror and say, yeah, that's me. That's how my team should play. And therefore, I think it's very important to share your opinion and to trust your opinion, and then give this belief to the group as well, give this belief to the players, to the staff. And I think it's always important to understand it's never a one-man show. It's always a togetherness, what we try to achieve. And therefore, yeah, it's a nice compliment, and now we have to understand why we get these kind of compliments and keep doing the same things.
How much confidence does it when you look at the bench now? You've got the likes of Matona, Jorginho, Believer, and Ayari to bring on. It's not always a luxury you've had this season, and they're in good shape.
Yeah, for me, it's also no coincidence that results come when availability is high, because there is a relation. It's just proven that when you have a high availability, the results or the percentage of getting results is definitely higher, because you have competition in training, you have players fighting for their position, you have a good energy, you have a lot of players who can make a change when they come on the pitch. So I can choose from different options regarding the results, regarding the game, regarding the tactics. So therefore, now at the moment, I'm very pleased with the availability. Therefore, big compliment to my medical department, because they do a hard work for getting this availability. They stick together, and I'm very happy for them as well.
And just another yellow card for you today. Was that a harsh one?
Yeah, it's too harsh. Like, it's for me. I don't want to create another big bang here. So I was sitting here, I think, a few weeks ago after Arsenal, and created a big bang. So now I'm more careful what I say, because I don't want to be the main topic tomorrow in the media. But it's just, if I see how other behaves, and then I behave like this, and I immediately get a yellow card, it's just nonsense. But
What did you say?
nothing. I said nothing. I was asking why in this case we didn't get a yellow card, and why the opponent didn't get a yellow card for this foul. That was the only question I made, and that was it.
Did you actually wave an imaginary red yellow card? Because that seemed to be the signal that you...
When maybe it was this case, but even then, I can say to you, other managers in the league, they do it as well.
There is a clear rule, you know.
There is a clear rule, but then you have to do it for everyone.
Can I just check
Go on.
with Kirill? So he came back from that painful ankle. Were you keeping him close up to Japan, or asking him to not play too much, or how will that work when he goes away?
Yeah, I think we had an exchange with the Japanese medical department, so they know how much he trained in the last weeks. They know where he is at the moment. So overall, I hope it's not only it doesn't only count for Japan, for all the national teams, that they take care of our players, because I think we give them in a really good shape to them, and hopefully they come back in a good shape, and therefore everyone has responsibility now.
I just want about the game. When you conceded that gift goal, after that you seemed to play better as a team. Did you sort of sense that? Did you sense it was a desire to almost get Lewis out of trouble?
I think that's a really good observation, Brian. I can confirm this. I think that's how, or what I mean is about managing key moments better. We stick to our principles. We stay calm. We didn't overreact it. Of course, we know this was a very unlucky goal we conceded, but we were good in the game. And then afterwards, we were even better in the game. We created a better energy. We created chances. And I think there was a prime example of managing key moments in the game good.
Fabian, can I just ask one more just about Jason Steele? Because he looks like he's going to play a very unique role in the next England camp. Is that something that Thomas Tuchel had got into contact with you before to find out about his character and how he might fit in with being that sports coach?
No, we didn't spoke specifically about that, but it's another great example of Jason Steele. So first of all, when he plays, he's so reliable, and he's one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. For me, he's the best number 2 in the league, definitely. But beside that, he is an unbelievable character, and he's quite similar, or has quite similar attitudes. What I just mentioned with Danny Welbeck, he's a connector. He is taking care of the team. He creates a really good dynamic in the team. He builds a cohesion between the different ages, and I think that's just crucial for every team in the world. If you want to be successful, you need to have these kind of characters in the team who understand their role, who know, oh, I might not play, but I will 100% be there for the team, 100% try to support the head coach, and therefore it was no surprise for me that he got nominated.
Well done.